Hello everyone, I am Crawlers and this is another episode of Ridiculous Loadout. As you may already know, this is a series I started way back when in the Battlefield 3 days, basically whoring myself out for cheap views, running a suggested loadout from one of you in the comments section. So today, Jeb Slick left a very specific loadout suggestion called the Bad Company 2 Sniper. This consisting of the famous Gold Magnum Sniper Rifle, so beloved in Bad Company 2, an 8x scope, an MP412 Rex as my pistol of choice, also with no attachments since there weren't any possible in Bad Company 2, and C4 and motion bows. Obviously the frag grenade and the bayonet knife as my gadgets, and the sniper field upgrade. Obviously the Go Sniper Rifle is the epic German-made sniper where we had in many previous Battlefield games before. I think it was even included in Bad Company 1, but I only started playing since Bad Company 2, regrettably, so I kind of missed that chance. But I'm proud to say that I played quite a bit of Bad Company 2. To me, coming off COD 4, where the biggest explosion caused a green barrel to pop in a two-dimensional fireball, basically Bad Company 2 was the greatest thing since sliced bread was invented to be able to, compare all the great inventions to it later on. I mean, here you had two-seater tanks, helicopters, UAVs, and walls and buildings you could collapse. I've never seen anything like it, and I mean, I was just hooked instantly. And obviously, the Go Sniper Rifle was made famous in Bad Company 2 because it had no idle scope sway. So you pretty much zoomed in and popped one off as soon as you saw a target. So it was a bit of a noober weapon, and people overused it for obvious reasons. But unfortunately, in Battlefield 4, the Go Sniper Rifle is somewhat mediocre. So really the biggest reason you might want to go through the hassle of unlocking it and such is because it looks kind of cool and reminds you of Bad Company 2. And unfortunately the assignment to unlock this thing is a bit of a doozy, with many Battlefielders not even bothering to complete it. It's because to unlock the Eagle's Nest assignment necessary to unlock the Go Sniper Rifle, you have to kill 5 enemy players in one round from a tower on Caspian or Firestorm in the second assault DOC in Battlefield 4, and also get a sniper rifle ribbon. And since the first thing anyone does on Caspian is take the tower down, it's quite a chore to unlock this assignment without, farming for points, because everyone knows the snipers camp the tower, and that's the first thing that people get rid of at the start of a round. So you really are left with very few choices here, and killing 5 people from the tower in the same round is a bit of a stretch. But let's get back to the weapon stats as they are in Battlefield 4. Here I shamefully turn to Simthic, as I always do, and steal stats from them, as any self-respecting Battlefield YouTuber gamer does, including Level Cap, by the way, who is, I believe, the biggest Battlefield channel on YouTube. So the Go Sniper Rifle does a maximum damage of 100 at 12.5 meters, which drops off to 59 at 150 meters, and admittedly this is a bit of a longer damage drop-off model than some other sniper rifles, and the maximum damage of 100 means that it will kill anyone in one hit to the chest inside of 12.5 meters. It's Other stats, though, leave a lot to be desired. Its rate of fire, for example, is a shameful 51 rounds per minute, with a pretty slow bolt cycle time of longer than a second, which incidentally was nerfed some in the God patch in September. Nerfed why? I'll never know. I suppose because dice. Also, it has a muzzle velocity of only 580 meters per second, which is a lot worse than some other sniper rifles, and its reload speeds of 3.3 seconds for the short reload and 4.1 seconds for the long reload are also nothing to write home about. I did enjoy using the C4 and the motion bows immensely, though. Anyone who knows me in Battlefield knows I'm a bit of a C4 whore, and I always used to rush tanks in Battlefield 3 and in Bad Company 2, no matter how stupid it was at the time, just to see the pretty fireball and metal flying every which way. I do seem to remember, though, that the motion bows in Battlefield 4 seem to have gotten quite a nerf since the Bad Company 2 days, where their effective life was only temporary and cut to, I believe, something like only 30 seconds. Don't actually quote me on that, since I don't remember this. Maybe one of the subscribers could correct me below, but I don't remember how the motion bows actually work. The Rex revolver is also quite the little hand cannon, as we all know by now, in Battlefield 4. We had it in other Battlefield games for quite a while now, even in Bad Company 2, but in fact, since then, revolvers have seen quite a few patches, in particularly in Battlefield 4. Remember the clusterfuck we all started with? The nonsense with the trigger delay on all revolvers? I mean, that made them pretty much a complete waste. I believe DICE has since removed the trigger delay, but it took them over a year to figure this out, and this was, probably the most requested feature from the Battlefield community ever. So, a no-brainer, I think. But let's talk about Rex some more. Obviously, this is a Russian 6-shooter, and what could be better than that? Nothing, really. Its name is actually Revolver na Export, which means revolver for export. Obviously, you can see that is no surprise, which ironically saw no production because of a lack of market for it in the real world. In Battlefield 4, it suffers from the absolute worst rate of fire of any handgun outside the 44 Magnum, but what it suffers in rate of fire, it far makes up for in damage. It puts down a maximum damage of 56 at 15 meters, which drops off to 28 at 37 meters, meaning one headshot at relatively close range is all it takes. Even in Bad Company 2, it wasn't capable of one-hit headshots. It does kick like a mule with its bows wrapped in duct tape, though, with a vertical per shot recoil of 2 degrees, but then again, so do all revolvers in Battlefield 4. It also has a long reload of 3.4 seconds, as revolvers obviously don't have a short reload, but I guess that's something you just have to live with. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Ridiculous Loadout, and now because I don't feel like suffering alone, Japslick must also run this loadout and upload it to YouTube, and I'll accept the link down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Please rate and share this video as it helps my channel grow. Check out my other videos at the end of this one, and remember, in Soviet Russia, YouTube subscribes you.